You know, you would think that maybe Snapchat would be the craziest thing that I've ever done with no pants, but you are absolutely 100% incorrect. The answer to your question is B, the Naked Tandem Bike Race of 1993. Yes, the thing about this one is, a lot of people are like, oh, that's cool, you went with a friend. Well, I made a friend, but the deal was it was all selected at random. The deal was depending on how many people showed up, they split you into two groups, and based on the two groups that you were in, they would pick names out of you pick a number, and so like let's say there were 50 bicyclists. You would be broken into 25 potential couples or pairings, and it would be a chance for you to get to know somebody because you had a 20-mile bike ride that was supposed to raise money for charity, and then also too, shockingly, it was a very it said it was a great chance to meet people. And like I always said, I was like, I like to hang out with my wang out sometimes. And in this biking area, this was a great way to do it. But it was very male dominated, which was not a surprise. But I drew lucky number 4, and my buddy, who now. That we met there. He drew number 4. We met for the very first time. And I'll tell you what, when you're trying to make introductions and you're like, how are you doing? And what do you do for a living? And do you like biking? And the dude is strictly hog out. It's just like you. It's kind of awkward. And then, of course, then you have to decide who's going to get the front seat and who's going to get the back seat, because that makes it totally different. What's your view going to be like the whole time? And here was one thing that I didn't really incorporate. We went down a very bumpy road. Like, part of the little area was through dirt trails and then also a cobblestone pathway. And when you are just sitting there with your twig and giggleberries just laying on the seat and you start hitting bumps, it gets a little rough for a while. And especially when you hit the big bumps and you bounce up and down on those, sometimes those seats don't provide a lot of protection for you. But when it was all said and done, money was raised for charity. I was chafing, and I met a great friend. And then we went to a local coffee shop afterwards to talk more about what we could do in the future, and potentially, again, if we would ever want to go biking and everything. But that didn't go so well, because what happened is when we went to the coffee shop, we forgot to put our clothes back on. And so I guess, while you could bike naked, you couldn't go into your local Starbucks naked. And they threw us out pretty quick, and we had to go before we got arrested for indecency. But you know what? I made a friend, and it was for a good cause.